About a year ago this week, I got a call from the chairman of the board of Roanoke Island Historic Association. His name is Kevin Bradley. And what he was interested in was the social awakening in the country, but in particular across North Carolina as well. They wanted to just have a discussion about American Indians playing American Indian roles in the outdoor drama, The Lost Colony. And as you probably already know, that outdoor drama has been in production for 83 years. And not once has an American Indian portrayed one of those roles, especially the main roles of King Wingina, Manio, and One Cheese. So in the past, Caucasians have played those roles, and they've been painted, trying to get to some coloration. I've red, I guess, but it usually turned out orange. And it was just caught me a little bit by surprise that they would really reach out and want to make this change for them, because when I look at the Pembroke area, Strike at the Wind, the people see Strike at the Wind as their drama. Well, it's no different. Manio, the locals see that as their drama. But there's always connections in life and circles that connect people and collaboration. And Strike at the Wind script was written by Randolph Umberger. And it just so happens he's passed away now, but he was the protege of Paul Green, who wrote The Lost Colony. And Paul Green encouraged Randolph Umberger to take on the task of writing Strike at the Wind. So we had that connection. Right here, that's Kayla Oxendine. All the regalias were redone. The music was redone. The flute music, every instrument, drumming, singing, all was rewritten, and all that was headed up by Kayla Littleturtle and others. So, and they actually used Lumbees for models. This is John Oxendine. You all probably know him. When you go through Manio, they had the posters on the utility poles. They have them on the walls of their businesses there, and they actually have a picture of our people portraying the roles in the play in their advertisement all across, not just in Manio, but all across the nation. This is Miss Sheena Sampson. Her and her brother Jason also were models for this publicity. Joshua John and Kayla Littleturtle as well. So these are some of the images that they used for their promotion. Hopefully we're going to have a billboard on I-95 right here in Robinson County soon. So we started the discussion, what would it really look like to try to put this together. They didn't really know the talent of not just the Lumbee people, but all indigenous people. They weren't aware of the cultural arts that our people were involved in. They weren't even involved in, didn't know about the drumming and the singing, how it was actually supposed to be, what it means, what the dances mean. And so we were fortunate enough to have those types of collaborations and reach out to other tribes in North Carolina to have these discussions with them. And as you know, our people love to go to the beach, and there's this connection between indigenous people in North Carolina and the coast. And Kay, if you would just give us a few words of what your experience was during this trip. Here's the cast right here, but Kay, give us a few words of what you experienced during this mission and vision that we were involved in.
Yeah, so I was honored enough to provide some cultural consultation. It was very critical for us to make sure that all of our indigenous people here in North Carolina and around knew of this opportunity. You know, we were fortunate enough to be able to get representation from the Lumbee, from the Coharie, from the Chickahominy, and also from the Holowassa Pony. Actually, I believe that Mr. Greg Richardson's niece, Cheyenne, yeah, she's part of it. She's actually a hoop dancer. So in the beginning, you're going to see powwow style dancing, and then also some longhouse style dancing or smoke dance. It starts off with contemporary style dancing, and then the storyteller, portrayed by Miss Kayla Oxendine, kind of takes the audience back in time to a more period style and first contact story. You know, this was very, very important for all of our people. They really went down there and broke down barriers. Like the chairman had said earlier, this was the first time, and This is the 84th year of this production. This is the first time that it's been all native cast for native roles. You know, me personally, you know, I looked at this as tackling social justice issues with appropriate representation of indigenous people here in the state. And this just goes to show what happens, you know, the things that we can overcome as indigenous people when all of us get together and tackle these issues. Even beyond that, just the amount of technical training, technical support that our people have gotten since they've been down there, what we've learned as a tribal organization with the tribal members present there in this show is something that we can use for our own outdoor drama at Strike to Win. So we look forward to the coming seasons of Strike to Win, being able to apply what we have learned down there in Manteo. And lastly, one of the things I'd like to say is just how well this productions team has treated our indigenous people. They have made sure that they are well taken care of and protected from any kind of maybe some racial issues that might be happening, some different differences of beliefs. One of the very first things that I did when I got down there for the first 2 days I was there was worked on racial sensitivity training with the entire cast and crew, and that went very, very well. So I really just can't speak to the fact of how well our people have been received here and how big a deal this is. This is one of the largest outdoor dramas in the United States, and the amount of positive exposure for all of our indigenous people here in the state is overwhelming. So I'm really happy that I was able to be part of this opportunity, and I hope that this is something that all of our tribal communities will continue to invest in, because it's important that we have representation in the longest running outdoor drama in the United States.
This gives us an opportunity to develop a workforce of our young people and older people. You have elders in this production as well, from Kahari, and I mean, she's just a wisdom anchor for this production from the indigenous side. But it gives us a chance to develop workforce development in this arena, and it also gives us a chance to partner all the tribes in North Carolina, not just the Lumbee. That's why I wanted to have this discussion today, because this involves all the state recognized tribes in North Carolina, especially in the middle to eastern side of the state, where we can all form together and do auditions together and recruit our people and get them trained and have workshops with the Lost Colony staff. They're open, well, they are not only open to it, they're hoping that we will do these types of things so they can develop a pipeline of talent for the future, not just this year, but for the future. And it's also cultural tourism. This can come back to all our tribes, where they know that they have people from each one of our tribes involved in this production, where it can come back to our own tribes through cultural tourism, through our powwows and other events that we have. So there's great opportunity here. And as Mr. Gregg did say, is that just recently I accepted a seat on the Roanoke Island Historical Association board, and I'm not the first Lumbee to sit on that board. These young people and these actors from the indigenous communities from our tribes in North Carolina deserve our support. And if you do get a chance, please have your people to go see the show, and afterwards meet with the actors from your respective tribes, or just to support as Indian people. Tell them how good they're doing and how proud we are. And this is monumental historical event that's happening here. When they first did this and it got out into the public that the Lost Colony leaders were going to actually do this, you had non-Indians playing these roles. That's why Kayla was talking about, we got in, we partnered together, we had meetings together, we had workshops together to talk about these types of ideals and about social awakening, to where we can bring everybody together for this to be successful. And so far we've done that, but it's a long season. It goes all the way through the middle of August. I'm just so proud of our people for doing this, and I hope that you'll join us in working together to collaborate in the future. My term as chairman ends at the end of this year, but this is something I'm going to be involved in from a board perspective. But I'm hoping that our tribes can collaborate together and promote this and get our people trained up for this and get them on stage from many generations to come.